Hey everyone, Dr. Jamie here, and welcome to week 3 of Emotional Needs. This week I'm going to discuss the innate need for acceptance. Acceptance is the feeling that one is worthy and cared for and approved of simply for being. And children need to be valued and treated as individuals in their own right, with their own feelings and opinions, desires, and ideas. Acceptance includes the need to be respected, to be heard, to be treated with courtesy and consideration and esteem. When children consistently experience unconditional acceptance, then they establish a healthy self-ego, right? They develop a sense of value and usefulness and confidence. So in other words, they're made to feel important and become more aware of their worth. And have a positive outlook on life and feel capable of accomplishing their goals. They are more likely to form positive relationships. They are less likely to be critical of others, and they'll be more resistant to outside negative influences. So they're more open to positive adult role models that way. Kids can't choose to be in another family, and those that don't receive acceptance at home are more likely to find themselves in unsafe situations. That is, they'll seek acceptance in unhealthy ways and be less resilient to outside influences. So, they might be in unhealthy relationships or in gangs or use drugs, or they might be an overachiever. So simply put, they're at higher risk for being hurt in a multitude of ways. So there's constructive parenting methods of giving children acceptance and fulfilling that need for them. Things like respect and giving them mentoring and guidance, being courteous, showing interest and giving positive attention and reinforcement, being honest and genuine, and having shared discussions with kids and shared activities and even chores, encouraging them and praising them, having traditions and rituals in the family, active listening, cooperative decision making, providing forgiveness and validation of thoughts and feelings and behaviors. So some of the destructive ways that parents withhold acceptance from their kids is by suppressing their feelings, by criticizing them and belittling them. Also by being judgmental or overreacting to things, sometimes by being too strict, or on the other end of the spectrum, having excessive permissiveness. So let me see what else. Being secretive or ignoring your kids, having favoritism. If you have more than one child, sometimes parents will favor one child over another. Also being disrespectful and rude and lying to your kids, having demeaning behavior or interrupting them a lot or only kind of half listening. And one thing that a lot of parents do, which actually shows a lack of acceptance, is that they lecture too much and they give too much advice. Because honestly, after you've spoken for a few seconds, you lose your kid's attention, probably like I'm losing your attention right now by talking too much. Anyhow, just saying, there's ways that we can take that acceptance away from our kids. Some of the common ways that children attempt to fulfill these needs for themselves, if they haven't already received it, is by being too clingy, by being part of cliques or participating in gangs, by lying and exaggerating, stealing, or even being an overachiever, giving things away, or becoming a people pleaser, or being really needy. So, adults have better skills to discriminate between situations and people, and, that treat them well or feel accepting, unless acceptance was withheld when they were a child. And children, on the other hand, they can't label rejection in the same way. They can't really define it like we can. They only know that it feels awful which leads them to internalize those feelings and become get to that point where they believe that they're bad, that they're unlovable and unworthy of acceptance. So anyhow, as adults, we can choose friendships and partners who accept us for who we are, when we're trying to fulfill that need for acceptance, and avoid situations in which we might feel unworthy or out of place, whether that's at church or at the job or clubs or wherever we are. But there's also destructive ways that adults, will attempt to fulfill the need for acceptance. And that's by doing things like continuing futile attempts to earn love from family or friends, and especially those who are emotionally unavailable or incapable of extending acceptance and approval. Knowing what rejection feels like, they avoid risking any trust in others at all cost. And they may actually also overdo things for others in an effort to earn acceptance, being that people pleaser. So as you can see, the need for acceptance is really pivotal in our quest for knowing who we are and how we fit with others and the world around us. So anyhow, everyone, it's been a pleasure, and that's it for the need for acceptance, and I hope it was helpful. We'll see you next time for week 4 as we discuss the emotional need for control. So remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell to get notified of when we post other videos. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you later. Take care, everyone.